Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about converting measures. Okay, so this is probably the toughest lesson in this chapter. Okay, so we've got things like the U.S. customary system. It's also known as the imperial system. It's a system for measurement of length, capacity, and weight. So that would be things like length would be inches, feet, yards, miles. Okay, capacity would be cups, quarts, gallons, that sort of thing. Weight would be pounds or ounces. Okay, then you get the metric system. So the metric system is a lot simpler to use once you know how to use it because everything's based on the number 10. Okay, so for length you have millimeters, centimeters, decimeters, meters, up to kilometers. Capacity, you have milliliters, centiliters, deciliters, liters, up to kiloliters. And weight, you have grams. Okay, milligrams, centigrams, decigrams, grams, etc. Okay, so to convert from one to the other, you need to multiply by a conversion factor. So a conversion factor is a rate that is equal to 1, and it can be written in fraction notation. So, for example, 4 quarts is 1 gallon, okay? So you can write 4 quarts is to 1 gallon, okay? Now, that's a conversion factor, and this has a value of 1. Okay, even though it's 4 over 1, these two things are the same thing, and when you divide by the same thing, you get 1. Okay, so here we have a conversion factor from meters to feet. Okay, so 1 meter is approximately 3.28 feet. So you can write it as a conversion factor one of two ways. 1 meter is 3.28 feet, or you can say 3.28 feet is 1 meter. Whichever one works for you. Okay, so that's what a conversion factor is right here. Okay, so we're going to convert 36 quarts to gallons. So we need a conversion factor. And as we talked about, 1 gallon was 4 quarts. Okay, so we can go ahead and write that. 1 is to 4. Okay, now we've got gallons is to quarts. So over here, we're going to have gallons, which we want to know, and quarts is 36 on the bottom. Okay, so make sure that you always have the right units in the right place. Remember, this is gallons. This is quarts. I've got to have gallons on top over here, and quarts on the bottom over here. Now, I could flip this. If I do, I just have to flip that. I'm going to end up with the same answer. So how do I solve this? Remember, any proportion. This is just a proportion. Any proportion, you find the two numbers that are diagonal from each other. So that's 1 and 36. You multiply those, you divide by the other one. So x is going to be 1 times 36 divided by 4, which is just 36 divided by 4, which is 9. Okay? So 36 quarts is 9 gallons. Okay, convert 20 centimeters to inches. Okay, so I need to have my conversion factor. Okay, so let's take a look here. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters exactly. Okay. Now you'll notice sometimes these will have approximation symbols that'll look like this. Whoops. Look like this. That's approximately equal to. And sometimes you'll have equal to signs. This is actually equals. This is actually equals. Some of these will not be exactly equal to. Okay, so I can go ahead and write a proportion. Okay, so my proportion is going to be 1 inch to 2.54 centimeters. And so over here I want 20 centimeters. This is centimeters on the bottom, so I'm going to put a 20 here. And my variable is going to go right there. That's what I'm going to solve for. And if I look here, okay, this is centimeters. This is inches. This is centimeters. This is inches. Okay, so, of course I forgot my calculator. So we're going to get out the old phone here and get to the calculator. All right, so x is going to be, let's keep this consistent, eh? We'll do this in green. So x is going to be 1 times 20, which is just 20, divided by 2.54. So I get out my calculator, 20 divided by 2.54 comes out to be 7.87. So x is approximately equal to 7.87, and this is going to be on the top, so this is inches. Okay. So, moving right along. Do I have another one under here? I do not. All right. So here we have a bunch of things. Okay, so we're going to find 48 feet is how many yards? Well, we need a conversion rate. So 3 feet is 1 yard. Okay, so I can go over here and I can say, well, 3 feet is to 1 yard as 48 feet is to x yards. And now I can solve that. 1 times 48 is 48 divided by 3. So x is going to be 48 divided by 3, which is 16. And my answer is in yards. So I can go over here and I can put a 16 right there. Okay, next up. That's an easy one. This one's a little tougher because I'm converting between miles and kilometers. So I'm going between the customary system and the metric system. Those are the toughest ones. Okay, so let's see, 7 miles is to kilometers. I need to know what is the relationship between miles and kilometers. So, 1 kilometer is 0.62 miles. Okay, so I can set up a proportion now. I can say that 1 kilometer is to 0.62 miles as 7 miles. That's got to go on the bottom because it's miles, and miles on the bottom over here. And that's going to be x kilometers. Okay, so this is going to be 1 times 7 is 7, divided by 0.62. So 7 divided by 0.62 is going to be 11.29. And that answer is in kilometers. So I can come over here. 11.29 kilometers. Okay, this next one is a pretty simple one because they're both in the customary system. Okay, 7 pounds is how many ounces? Well, turns out there's 16 ounces in a pound. So let's make some more room here for ourselves. Just group this up and shrink it a little bit. Do the same thing here. Okay, and let's see, how about a nice orange pen? Okay, so 16 ounces is 1 pound. So we're going to go ahead and write 16 ounces is 1 pound. Don't ask me why pound is LB, but I don't know that. I think I used to, but I don't. Okay, so this is equal to 7 pounds and is X ounces up here. Okay, so 16 ounces is to 1 pound, as 7 pounds is how many ounces? Okay, so this is going to be, X is going to equal 7 times 16 divided by 1. So that's just 7 times 16, which comes out to 112. 112 ounces. Okay, again, we're going from imperial to metric on this one, so this is not an easy one. 12 quarts is how many liters? Well, a quart is 0.946 liters. So, let's see. So we've got 1 quart is to 0.946 liters, and that's going to equal 12 quarts over X liters. So this is going to be, the two diagonal ones are 12 times 0.946. So 12 times 0.946 is 11.35, divided by 1 is just going to be 11.35. And so we've got that one down. Pretty much all these are the same. The only hard part is, you got to know the conversion factor, and that can be kind of tricky sometimes. Okay, 25 kilograms is how many pounds? Well, we need a conversion factor. That conversion factor is 1 pound, or 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So we'll go ahead and write that as 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds, and that's going to equal 25 kilograms over X pounds. Okay, so X is going to be 2.2 times 25 divided by 1. 2.2 times 25 is 55, divided by 1 is 55 pounds. Okay, now this conversion is a pretty easy one because both of these are the metric system. So 5 grams is how many milligrams? Okay, our conversion is 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. So if I have, this is an easy way you can do it in your head. If I have 5 grams, that's going to be 5,000 milligrams. Okay, moving right along. So convert 25 ounces to kilograms. All right, so we need a conversion rate, ounces to kilograms. So let's find out what that is. 1 ounce is 0.02835 kilograms. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you pause the video here and give this one a try on yourself, and then jump back on and see if you got it right. Okay, so I'm going to take my conversion rate. 1 ounce is 0.02835 kilograms. So if I have 25 ounces, that's going to be X kilograms. Now this is going to be a small number. Okay, so I'm going to take these two and multiply them together, divide by 1, so it's just going to be whatever those two multiplied together is. So 25 times 0.02835. Bam. That's 0.70875, and my answer is in kilograms. So not even a full kilogram. Okay, how many liters does the human heart pump per minute? So it says over here in the picture, this is one of those ones you gotta look at the picture. Your heart pumps 5 quarts of blood per minute. Okay, so I gotta know my conversion rate between quarts and liters here. So what have I got? 1 quart is 0.946 liters. So I'm gonna go ahead and write a proportion like that. 1 quart is 0.946 liters. Okay, now I'm going to pump 5 quarts. So this is going to be 5 quarts is going to go up here. X liters is going to go down here. So X is going to be 5 times 0.946. 5 times 0.946 is 4.73 divided by 1 is 4.73 liters. And there you have it. Okay, you're riding a zip line. Your speed is 15 miles per hour. What is your speed in feet per second? Okay, this is a little bit different of a thing here. So here's the way I like to do this. I'm going 15 miles per hour, so that's in 1 hour. I need to convert that into feet per second. Okay. So, some things I need to know. I'm going to need to convert miles to feet. So here's what I know. I know that 1 mile is 5,280 feet. Okay? This is my conversion factor right here. Now, why did I put the feet on the top and the miles on the bottom? Well, here's what I want to do. I want to get rid of miles and get feet. So the way I do that is if I have miles, if I have something on the top and something on the bottom, I can cancel it, right? So I can cancel the miles because I have miles on the top and miles on the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply these things. Okay, so now I have feet per hour. Now I don't want feet per hour, I want feet per second. Okay, so I got to convert I've got to convert hours to seconds. So before I do hours to seconds, I'm going to convert 1 hour is 60 minutes. Okay, and I'm going to multiply that. Now, what's going to happen? Well, my hours are going to cancel out, and now I'm in feet per minute. Now I'm getting closer. I need to convert minutes to seconds. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to multiply one more time. Okay, this time I'm going to convert 1 minute is 60 seconds. Okay, so again, my minute is on the bottom. I got a minute on the top. Those are going to cancel each other out. And now my answer is going to be in feet per second because everything else canceled out. Okay, so now I just got to work this out. Okay, I don't like the way this is written over here, so let's just do this. I'm going to move this down. I want blank feet per second. Okay, so I'm going to have a little step here in between. So here's what I need to do. I need to multiply these four things together. So on the top, I'm going to have 15 times 5,280 times 1 times 1. That's going to be 79,200, and my units are feet. And then on the bottom, I have 1 times 1 times 60 times 60. That's going to be 3,600 seconds. Okay, now I want this to be 1 second on the bottom, so I'm going to divide 79,200 by 3,600. And that comes out, oops, I think I had a mistake here. Comes out to 22. Okay, so I have 22 feet for every second. Usually we write that like this, 22 feet per second, like that. Now that one was a little bit different than the other ones that we did. Okay. So there you go. So you're going to get to do 1 through 41 odd tomorrow in class. I look forward to seeing you guys. Have a good evening.